going on, guys? I hope you are having a fantastic day. I'm about to jump in the GT500 and drive it all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada to drive the new 2023 Nissan Z. Now, funny enough, 3 hours ago, I was actually on an airplane en route to Las Vegas, but just as we are backing out of the gate, the pilot crashes the plane into the luggage truck and knocks one of those little fins at the end of the wing completely off of the airplane. I'll put a picture right here. Long story short, we waited on the runway for like 2 hours while the police did police reports as if it was an accident on the road, and then they drove us another 10 feet back to the gate and we got off the plane. And now I'm in the Shelby GT500. But it turns out it's good news because it's actually an excellent opportunity to see what road tripping the GT500 is actually like. So far, I've averaged 10 miles per gallon over the life of the car, which is just incredible. We're gonna press hold to reset and see what it gets. I'm gonna drive in normal mode the entire way and see if it can actually get semi-decent fuel economy on the highway. And already ran into our first cop. Got Apple CarPlay hooked up on the navigation, and honestly, it works really well.
Like I'm stuck in this misty cloud, waiting for something I can't get out.
Little road trip update. We are an hour outside of Vegas. Been averaging 18.5 miles per gallon, and my lower back is starting to hurt really badly. These seats are comfortable for about 2-3 hours, and then after that, yeah, not the best lower back support. And just like that, we are in Las Vegas.
Where do we go when everything feels like it just stays?
Check this out, guys. It is the next morning. We're at the Aria Hotel in Las Vegas with 10 Nissan Zs behind us, about to go for my first drive in the car, and I am so excited. This is gonna be my Z for the first half of the day in Siren Blue with a manual transmission. Here we go, turning on the Z for the first time. Check out that 12.3-inch fully digital display. And of course, the best part, it's a manual. Now, before we take off, let's configure the display into sport mode. Check this out, there are 3 different modes for the display. There we go. So driving impressions are under embargo until May 16th at midnight. So the actual full review where I talk about what it's like to drive this car will drop then. But I am allowed to drive it and show you guys driving footage without giving any impressions. So I'm gonna try to have as neutral of a face as possible when driving this vehicle for the first time, as not to give any, of course, driving impressions. Out to Lake Mead right now, where there should be some awesome opportunities to really push the Nissan Z through its paces. Pulling up to the entrance of Lake Mead with all of the other Nissan Zs. That is actually gorgeous out there, those big houses on the lake. What are the odds on this? There's literally a Corvette rally right now about to pass by. We're in the middle of a Corvette rally apparently. What on earth? No way. Well, guys, here she is, the new Nissan Z. Now, like I said, the full review is gonna go live on May 16th at midnight, but before then, let's talk about some of the details and pop the hood. Under the hood of the new Nissan Z is a 3-liter twin-turbocharged V6, making 400 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. That's 68 horsepower more than the previous generation 370Z. That is a massive horsepower gain from one generation to the next. For reference, the Mark V Supra only makes 15 horsepower more than the Mark IV Supra. Looks-wise, they borrowed stylistic elements from vehicles of the past while giving it a modern twist. You'll notice the front grille is quite similar in its shape to the original 240Z. The reason they actually made it so large is because you need so much more cooling for this 3-liter twin turbocharged engine as compared to that 370Z. The original 240 also had rounded headlights, so Nissan has modernized that design with this beautiful curved daytime running light design. Coming around the side of the Z, we've got a really sleek silhouette, and I love this contrasted silver element that they call the Katana line. aptly named because it actually looks kind of like a katana. Coming around to the back, the rear taillights are very reminiscent of the 300ZX from the 90s, but what you really care about is, what does this thing sound like? Let's give it some revs. Check out how cool the interior of the new Nissan Z is, particularly finished in this gorgeous blue leather and Alcantara. Let's go ahead and hop into the driver's seat. I love the fact that this car is available in a manual. The Nissan Z comes standard with a manual transmission, and a 9-speed automatic is a no-cost option. We've got a gorgeous 12.3-inch fully customizable instrument cluster. We've also got a 9-inch touchscreen that comes on the performance trim. It's 8 inches if you get the sport trim, which works really, really well. We've also got these cool gauges up here for boost, turbo speed, as well as voltage. Let's go ahead and customize the instrument cluster. So if we go over to here, change meter view, then we can choose between sport, which has a center mounted tachometer, normal, which has a more traditional layout. And then if we go to enhanced, it'll actually show you a bigger navigation in case you are traveling. Check that out. The seats themselves are super comfortable. They're actually based off the Nissan GTR seats with a bit more suede area for increased comfort. But if we go over here, look at how unique the adjustment is for the seat. It's actually on the right side of the seat itself. There are 2 little controls here for the power adjustable seats that come in the performance trim. The manual transmission equipped Z also comes with active rev matching. So if we click this button here labeled S mode, up on the dash will be a little S right here. So if we jam it from 4th to 3rd to 2nd, it will automatically rev match like you are a pro. Let me demonstrate that for you. We're driving along now and I've got S mode activated, which means I can do the active rev matching. So let's say I'm in 4th gear right now, and if you're not all that good at driving a manual transmission, when you put your foot on the clutch and put it into 3rd gear, it automatically rev matches for you. So instead of having to blip the throttle and get the revs just right so it has a smooth downshift, in S mode it actually does everything for you. So if you make a quick 3rd to 2nd downshift. Even in the manual transmission equipped vehicles, it has a launch assist program. Look how crazy this view is, guys. A lake in the middle of the desert and the new Nissan Z in the middle of a concrete jungle. I am so excited to share with you guys all of my thoughts about how this car actually drives. Remember, May 16th at midnight. Make sure to have your notification bell turned on so you don't miss that video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. The next video is going to be an awesome point of view drive in the Nissan Z. Just sounds, just acceleration, no talking whatsoever. All right, guys, see you next video.